Hey, Jeffrey.
Hi. Okay, so here is our Rhino brand 15-foot flex wing rotary cutter. So we're going to be doing some blade service on this thing today. We're going to be replacing the center section blades. You can see the center section blades get worn significantly. They seem to wear faster than the wing blades, and you can see they get worn down so they're thin and they actually start to deform. So we'll be replacing those. And then the wing blades, they seem to last longer. We'll take those off, sharpen them up, and put them back on. And that'll get us through another season. And then next year, we'll probably replace everything with new blades. It's kind of vise setup that we can put the blades in to sharpen them up. And we'll take things off with some air tools so it'll get noisy. Something peculiar about this particular rotary cutter is that the blade bolts are left-hand thread, so it's righty-loosey, lefty-tighty on this guy.
Okay, so we've got an access hole through.
Peg wrench on the blade bolt. These bolts have nice square shoulders, so they stay captured in the blade carrier. Makes them easy to take on and off. Something sort of just. There we go. Yeah, it's probably not good. Supposedly it should be 1/8 of an inch dull, so you don't want a sharp edge, you just kind of want a clean edge that's about 1/8 of an inch dull. I'm going to sharpen the next one, so. Towards the tip there, it's more rounded over. And so that's more like 1/4 of an inch, but
Yeah.
along the rest of it was also kind of like that. So we kind of ground it down so it's more like 1/8 of an inch dull at this point. It's not perfect, but it's better than it was. So I'll probably cut okay for a bit longer.
Okay, now we're going to put these two back on.
So we're going to clean dirt and stuff out of where these bolts and washers go.
See, it has a nice square hole. Nice square hole for a square bolt.
Okay. All right. Then the threads look pretty good on these. Sometimes we clean up the threads. And we will put new anti-seize on it.
Got a little jar of anti-seize here.
Yeah. So this keeps the stuff from rusting together. Helps stuff go on and come off without tearing up the threads. This goes on. Now we have a square shouldered or square washer. And it goes here. Then put on a round washer. And we put on the nut. Remembering that it goes the wrong way, because the threads are left-hand thread. And then so these are actually lock nuts. So once it's on there as far as it'll go, then we'll have Dad hold the bolt in so it doesn't come out when I put the impact wrench on it. And then we'll tighten it up. Okay. Yep, that's it. Now we can do the other one. Let's see. We'll rotate this around so the bolt is at the access hole.
Put the square washer on and then the round washer.
Yep.
And then the nut.
Yep. Okay. All right, so now we can do the other side.
So to do the bottom two blades, we have to get them lined up for
Yeah,
that
there's an access hole here. You get the nut right over the hole, or right under the access hole. Here we have some new center blades, and you can see, all right, it's a good idea to check that they are the same. If you take off, but you can see how much metal has been worn off of these things. So we do the same process, put the anti-seize on our blade bolts. To tighten these guys, we need the square shoulder of the bolt to stay up in the square part of the hole. So usually works pretty well to just put the floor jack underneath the bolt to keep it up in position, and then you can go from the top and tighten it up. Let's see here.
You're trying to get the nut on still, right?
Okay, so the with the nut towards the top of the bolt, there's not enough room to get the socket on the nut while it's attached to the impact wrench. So I have to put it on first, then attach the impact wrench to the nut, and then I can tighten it up.
Oh dear.
Okay. Now that's on there. I have to rotate this around to get to the next one.
So we got the blades sharpened and the center ones replaced, and we were crawling around underneath there. Just want to make sure you understand that the whole bush hog or whole Rhino cutter was supported by this lockout device. Jeffrey will start the hydraulics again, and I'll take this out once he releases the pressure. Okay, so I take this out, and now he can lower it back down. Or not.
I'll let the blades down so we can grease it up.
Oh, okay. So everything's back together again. We've got new and sharpened blades. So we're going to check it out in the field here. The sheep had been on this pasture for several days. They ate down everything they wanted, but left the stuff they don't like to eat. So after we take them out of the field like that, it's good practice to mow what's left. In this way, the plants that the sheep do not like to eat don't have a competitive advantage over the plants that the sheep do eat. By mowing the whole field after the sheep leave, it sort of cleans things up and gets a fresh start for everything. Well, it looks like the International and the Rhino are working good out in the field. Jeffrey's going to finish mowing that pasture, and in the meantime, I've got some equipment to put away back into the arch barn. And of course, I'm going to be delayed while I take a look at the cats. They seem to like sitting up on top of equipment. And so I've got 2 or 3 running around on the John Deere here. And there's one in back on the old truck. These are the feral kittens that were born in the arch barn about a year ago. I domesticated them. This one with the little white spot on it is called Nova. But they've turned into fairly nice cats. I enjoy having them around. They provide a little bit of diversion. Well, that's the end of this episode. Thanks for watching. See you next time.